Warm greetings and welcome once again to Slim Talks by Anil Fernandez. As you know, Slim Talks is dedicated to disseminate learnings in strategy, leadership, innovation, and marketing for your businesses. So if you do like my content, please share, please subscribe, and please do comment on this channel. Today, we will spend some time to discuss on the critical elements that are important to build a unique strategic position for your organization or for your business. I would like to begin by first elaborating on the definition of strategy by Michael Porter. As you know, Porter mentions very clearly strategy is about being different, which means deliberately choosing a different set of activities which imparts an element of distinctiveness for your business to deliver a unique mix of value to win customer loyalty and delight. So it is very important for businesses who are competing in markets to have a clear element of distinctiveness between operational effectiveness and strategy. Over the decades, changes in the technological landscape, newer trends in industry, changing consumer preferences, and changing dynamics of competition has ensured that organizations embark on different elements in their businesses. So different set of activities like just-in-time technology, total quality management, Kaizen, time-based strategies, continuous improvement. So these are some of the tools that managements have used the world over to adapt to the changing trends in our competitive environment. Today, there's a great demand for productivity, quality, and speed in our competitive arena. And this has given rise to management tools, as I just mentioned. The question you need to ask is, are these gains enough to give you sustainable profitability? At best, each and every of these elements constitutes what is known as operational effectiveness. Operational effectiveness means doing the same set of activities in a much better way as compared to your competition. So while operational effectiveness is important for businesses, is it important and is it sufficient to give you a sustainable competitive advantage? Well, friends, the answer clearly is a resounding no. What you need to combine along with operational effectiveness is a very sound strategy or a strategic position that imparts an element of distinctiveness to your business. Strategy is nothing but a set of choices or a set of activities that one makes that interlocks together in sync and fits together in unison to make your enterprise distinctive in the eyes of your customer. So when you combine an operational effectiveness with strategy, you work towards building a distinctive position for your business relative to the competition in the eyes of your stakeholder. So there are different positions that you can occupy. You can play the game of an apple, spearheading technology and innovation. Or you could build a position which makes you synonymous to a given category. You can create a position of being very customer focused with the highest standards of customer service and delivery, or you can create a position of being renowned for your quality control standards. So when you use all your resources, you need to ensure that you use your resources in order to build a capability or a core competence in order to outperform rivals. So you can outperform rivals when you have core competencies and when you build a differential that you can sustain over a period of time. If your operational effectiveness or different set of activities that you embark on can be easily replicated by competition, then you enjoy at best a very temporary competitive advantage or a very temporary differential. So in order to surpass competition, you need to ensure that your set of activities cannot be easily replicated by competition. And therefore, you need to combine your operational effectiveness along with strategy, which is a set of activities or a sum total of all activities that interlock together or fit in sync to impart the element of distinctiveness to your business. So when you combine strategy with operational effectiveness, it becomes more difficult for competition to copy you or replicate your business model. And that sustains your differential for a longer period of time, which will help you outperform rivals in your markets. So friends, operational effectiveness is necessary, but by itself is not sufficient. As I mentioned, you need to combine both operational effectiveness and strategy in order to sustain superior performance. According to Michael Porter, a company can outperform rivals only if it establishes a differential it can preserve. And this differential it can establish either by delivering a greater value or by delivering a comparable value at lower cost. So there are two axes on which organizations can work towards building competitive advantage. The first is on cost, by looking at each and every element in your value chain and seeing and figuring how you can maximize productivity or minimize wastage so that you can maximize conversion of input to output to enhance and maximize your productivity. Or you can look at lower cost. When you do that, the arithmetic of greater profitability follows. Now, look at this graph, which is on the slide. Here we are trying to clearly tell you how operational effectiveness and strategic position go hand in hand in order to build a distinctive strategic position for your business. Now you have two axes. On the x-axis, you have cost. So either you incur a high cost or a low cost in the conduct of your business. And on the y-axis, you have the perceived value. So you have a distinctive value proposition, in which case your perceived value is said to be high, or you don't have that big a perceived value, in which case your perceived value is said to be low. Now you see this curve out here, and this curve, the point between point 1 and point 2, the area between 1 and 2 is said to be the productivity frontier. The productivity frontier is nothing but the maximum value that you generate through all the activities and the resources that you utilize for your business. So these resources can be marketing, it can be sales, it can be production, it can be your HR practices, it can be your information technology. So all the resources that the company employs leads to a certain output and a certain productivity. So this is the productivity. These two organizations, A and B, they are already on the productivity frontier, which means they deliver a good value at a reasonably lower cost. And thus they are able to build an advantage as compared to the rival C, which is still far away from the productivity frontier. And to get to the productivity frontier, it has to either work on its cost or it has to increase its perceived value. If it works towards increasing its perceived value, then it will have high quality, that will go with higher cost. But then by working so, C can definitely try to come closer or try to be on the productivity frontier. Now here you can see that this is the strategic position that the organizations can occupy on the productivity frontier. In this case, what you can see is that both A and B have nothing which is distinctive. They both occupy the same position on the productivity frontier, which means it's difficult for customers to differentiate between A and B. So therefore, when you're working towards occupying a strategic position, you must make sure that you occupy a position that is distinctive as compared to your rivals. When you do so, then you can build a differential that you can preserve and generate competitive advantage for your businesses. So remember, if you want to build a sustainable competitive advantage, operational effectiveness alone will not help you to do so. You need to have a strategy, which is an integrated set of all the activities that interlock together and fit in sync to impart an element of distinctiveness to your business. So in order to have a sustainable strategic position, you need to have a trade-off. You can't do everything. A trade-off means if you do more of something, then you have to do less of something else. Take the example of low-cost airlines. If you look at low-cost airlines, the value chain or the set of activities is configured in order to give the best price at the lowest cost to the customers. And the customers whom they cater to are those customers who are cost conscious. So what do these low-cost airlines do? They ensure that they have a rapid turnaround at the gates so that the aircraft is in the air for a longer duration of time. No frills, very simple, no business class. So all these elements of cost are avoided and they build in cost efficiency, as a result of which they are able to deliver value to their set of customers. So they are not focusing on frills or service that will escalate the costs. So they have made a trade-off. For the sake of cost, they have made a trade-off in terms of not offering frills or not offering meals or not offering interline baggage transfers. So this is a conscious choice you need to make in order to build a distinctive strategic position in the eyes of your customers. So friends, I do hope you enjoyed this session. Remember, if you have to build a competitive advantage, you need to go beyond operational effectiveness. Operational effectiveness is important. It can generate revenues for you, but it cannot sustain your competitive advantage for a longer duration of time. You need to have strategy, which is a distinctive set of choices in regards to your product mix, in regards to your product markets, the set of customers you choose, the set of geographies you choose, and get all your activities together, which fit in sync along with your operational effectiveness that makes you the desired partner of choice for your customers. So thank you, friends, for joining me on this discussion. I do hope you enjoyed. And remember, if you like my content, please do put a like, please do subscribe to my channel, and please do share and comment as much as you can. Thank you very much.